What is up, community? How's everyone doing today? So for those wondering why I'm pacing around, I feel like it's like one of those things that just helps me think. You know, some people draw circles, like my dad. My dad likes to draw circles on a notepad, or squares, triangles, any type of shape. He likes to draw those on a notepad just to help him process thoughts. For me, being on the phone, having a conversation that's like very intense, as in like I have to pay a lot of attention to, I prefer pacing. And sometimes pacing helps me think. So I feel like this podcast will be pretty raw about me talking about my thoughts and, you know, the things that I find important to talk about in the moment. So let's get into it. So today's topic is about seasons in life. I feel like it's an important thing to talk about because for me, I feel like I went through several seasons throughout 2022, and it's kind of like worth talking about because for me, it was like pretty intense because I went through major job change and I've been in a relationship now and pursuing different passions, and all in the sacrifice of my health. I don't know if you guys know any of my content from last year. I was like a huge working out dude. I was huge into fitness and all that jazz, and I kind of let go of that just so I can focus on things that will further my career. And I thought it was cool to talk about because today, coming into this episode, I'm going to get back into it. So the reason I'm not as, I guess, sad or depressed or I guess angry, I don't know what to think about, honestly. I haven't really thought about it too much, but if I thought about it, it would definitely be more on the sadness type of thing or type of emotion. But the reason I'm not that sad about it is because I know the steps to get there. I know how easy it is for me to stay consistent in that, because there was a point in my life where I was just really passionate about fitness, and it's so easy to bring that passion back. So yeah, that being said, I'm not pretty sad about it, but I know it's one of those seasons within 2022 where I completely disregarded that. And, you know, I guess this episode is more about giving myself grace about, hey, you know, it's okay to focus on other things and, you know, kind of disregard something that you were focused on before. Now, what did I learn from this experience? Which I try to think about many things in, you know, lessons and life lessons. I felt like this was a lesson for, if it were to disregard anything, you know, maybe I cannot fully disregard my health when it comes to it, because when I disregard my health, it definitely disregards a little bit of the confidence. It definitely disregards a little bit of that mental health aspect. And I kind of disregarded that. And that being said, you know, now from this lesson that I'm looking at right now, it's like, as I get back into the game, by the game I mean the fitness game, to maybe not really let go on that, but think about other things that you can snap out in life. Because honestly, the one thing I did hold on was kind of like social life. I felt like instead of holding on to my health, I was holding on to social life, which is perfectly fine, you know, values your social life. But the thing is, keep that to a minimum. Your homies, your friends, everyone's is always going to be there, no matter what decisions, if they're real, right? If they're real, they'll stay with you in the decisions that you make in life and support you. Well, you know, I could have just been an announcement and be like, hey guys, I'm going to disappear for maybe 6 months because your boy got to go to school and, you know, look for a career path. And they would have been totally cool with it as long as I wasn't ghosting, right? Well, I didn't choose that. I kind of chose into leaning over to the social aspect and disregarding myself. So, you know, when we're talking about seasons, we're going to talk about sacrifices. We're going to talk about things that you find important. And also, I guess at the core of it all is finding self-love. You know, it's such a buzzword. It's such a coined word. But at the end of the day, it's real. You know, it is you showing up for yourself first. It is, whether that be working out, whether that be spending time with yourself and stuff like that. It's kind of something that I completely let go. And, you know, as I think back into it, I'm like, there's so many chances, there's so many opportunities where I could have practiced that, even till this day, even like throughout the year, but I didn't. And here I am, kind of doing a letting everyone know what happened type podcast, and what am I gonna do moving on forward. That way I can have accountability, right? So the accountability's there. I'm hoping you, community, can see the progress, so you won't see that I'm just out here just talking on the podcast. I'm actually doing some action, right? So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about, just to let you know my plans for the future, which is to get back into the fitness game. And the way I'm feeling right now about the current situation, yes, it can be sad, but it's not discouragement. All right. Well, appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. This is a real talk episode. I'm going to try to include these more in there because, I don't know, it's just like a nice way to healthily vent. But yeah, I'm going to cut it off there. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.